Alright, welcome everybody. Catan Championship Premium number 11, final table. This is it. It all comes down to this. JuicyJ undefeated, playing on white. Pcoria on blue, Shanos on orange, and Sue on red. Really strong here. JuicyJ undefeated all the way up until now. Pcoria upsetting table 2. Shanos and Sue both winning so many games to get here. It gets better and better. It gets better and better. Let's look at the placements. 8, 5, 10 on double wheat ore. Best ore spot in the game. The only other one here on the 5, 9, 10. Most likely going to be taken next here. Lots of brick out there. Lots of brick out there. What do we got? We've got coordinated 5s as well that you got to look out for. My feeling though is this one won't last too long. The 5, 6, 11 is going to be snapped up. And that's going to chase some people off of that one. So actually not a lot of ore out there. It's going to be 3 spots. 3 positions for the ore here. So then you're looking at longest road strategies here. 8, 4, 10, and you can pair that up with a 6 wood somewhere else maybe. Maybe like a 6, 9, 2 or something like that. Or maybe get yourself onto this nice looking wood port with 68. That wouldn't be too bad. Get yourself out onto a 5 wheat over there too. Have the 9 for sheep. That's looking like a pretty good longest road game. I'm looking at maybe 3rd player, maybe 4th player here to play something like that. Maybe like a 6, 4, 3, 6, 5. 6, 4, 3 doesn't look too bad with the positioning here to point out to 2 expansions right away. 6, 4, 3 doesn't look too bad. Then all you need is that wheat to make up for it. So then you are looking at the 9, 10. This still leaves open one of these, and one of these here. 8, 4, 10 production is just so good here. Again, 3 to 1 port is within reach. The sheep port is not bad. Yeah, I think the 8, 4, 10 is, you're going to be forced into a road building game, but your turnaround spot is going to be looking pretty good. It depends on what this 4th player does, and it's pretty hard to predict this 4th player, because they could look at the 3, 4, 6, they could look at the 5, 6, 11. And then they could be the ones trying to play for this wood port too. The 9, 10, 11 definitely looks like an interesting spot for them. Let's go back around. Blue will end up needing sheep wood. Right, the 6, 4, 11 would be ideal. The 6, 9, 3, you can't let that go back around. 8, 3 on the edge, you think they'd play something like that? I don't think so. I don't think so. So blue's probably looking at one of those spots. And then JuicyJ. JuicyJ is happy to get sheep somewhere if they can. This 9 sheep looks great. 9, 4, 11. A little bit of a hybrid. Get them off to this brick port over here. Right? I mean, they'll double up on the 3 to 1 eventually for that double ore, but if they build over, double up on the 5 with the 4, 11, I think they're happy with that. 2, 9, 10. 5, 6, 11 was the play. I wasn't entertaining the ore wheat sheep here still, but they are hard forcing it. Hard forcing it. 6, 4, 3 still open. 6, 9, 3 is still open for the wood port here. But the 2, 9, 10, tell me what you think about that, reaching for a 5 wheat. With arguably no prospects for ports for red. Feels like red might be landlocked. You think they're aiming at a 3, 10, 11, which might be open here. Are we going to leave 3, 10, 11 open here? I don't think they'll take it. I don't think they'll take it. I don't think they'll take it. So yeah, 3, 10, 11 is probably going to be open, but they're going to be stuck in the middle. Now, do they have good enough road production to get out there? To get out there, maybe even. It seems like a tough spot for 4th. Always. It's always tough for 4th no matter what. I think I preferred this 6-3 4 here with maybe that 9-4. You might have even gone 9-4 11. Maybe try to build your way into the 10-3. But it goes all the way back around. Shanos now. I don't know if Shanos wants to commit to this without the wheat. That would be the tough thing to do. You have great roads, but the city's going to be hard to make. Great roads, good wood port, hard to make. 6, 4, 3 opening up is pretty big. You still have 3 to 1 and you have a sheep port. Right? And now you could actually build to the 8. You could double up on the 8s and make your wheat another way. That seems a little bit stronger with the 6, 4, 3. I mean, they could take the 10-11, 10-11-3, and then point out towards the 8-3 as well, pointing out this way. Because now you have a shared wheat that's unlikely to be blocked. You're going to pair that up with some pretty strong brick and wood. Yeah, this, I think the way that red placed has opened up a possibility of a 6-4-3 or one of these 9-4-3s, 9-4-11s, somewhere for white to get a good sheep from. I think you're 100% white. 100% right, white? Juicy? Yeah, if you're new to Twitch, I mean, follows are great. I appreciate those. Whatever else you feel like doing, awesome too. But yeah, definitely feel free to hang out, chat, ask questions. In the end, Shanos does decide on the 6-9-3. If you follow, it'll give you notifications whenever I go live, and then I'll always tweet it out too. Memento says, not if the 6-9-3 and the 6-4-3 are taken. I think 6-9-3 taken. 6-4-3 is likely to be taken here. Pcoria, that's too good for Pcoria. This is too good for Pcoria. Blue on Pcoria, a 6-4-3 to get some extra ore. Get the sheep, get the starting wood with the brick. They also have a chance to backtrack and get that sheep. I think that's still good for them. They can also work their way to the 8 ore and the 3-1. I think that's too good. Now, do they want to stop this 9 sheep? I don't think it's worth it, because then you open up the 6-4-3 or the 6-4-11 to make it up. So that's a great spot. I think Pcoria's got a great setup here. Pcoria's got a really good setup. Wheatport, 3-1, 8-3 expansion, looking real good. JuicyJ, are they going to go for this extra sheep here? They double up on some bricks, which actually gets them towards Brickport and 3-1 quite early on, and then the only other expansions that they really need could be out to this 8-3, which will get them longest road down the line, but could be a bit slower to do that. I don't know if they really need to. The 9-4 looks okay. Is there anywhere else? We got to look. We have to at least consider maybe dropping it on the 6-2 with a Woodport. You got to consider it, maybe. You have to consider maybe the Wheatport on the 9, 5, 9, 10 Wheatport. Is this possible? This is 100% possible and not blockable. No, it's going to be the 9, 4, 11. Those are your final placements. Oh, you could have gone something like this and built down. I think that was possible. Too slow, I think. Too slow without having the wood or the sheep. You only have 2 of the things that you need to build, and I think that would have slowed down your game. Right now, you're starting off strong with 4 resources there. 6 different numbers, not doubling up. I think you're okay there. Just where's the road going? Are they going to come back? Are they going to come back now is the question. If they come back for it, they could start connecting their roads. That could be longest, yeah. I think they're going to go for it. Those are your final placements. Final table, Catan Championship number 11. Who's it gonna be? Oh, let's start this poll. I'm gonna start a new poll for you. Who wins? Who will win? And a 10 rolls right away here. I'm gonna put their actual names: JuicyJ, Pcoria, Shanos, and Sue. All right, let's start it. Who's gonna win? Let me know. Who do I prefer here? I think orange will take. So Shanos is gonna take a while to get set up and get going. I think blue might be the fastest one to build out. White has really good prospects of slowly building up and then exploding with lots of dev cards and cities. So a lot of the early focus might be onto Pcoria, and they might steal from Pcoria and block Pcoria, and that might let JuicyJ come up. Depending on how the rolls go, if both of those get kind of stomped down, then I think, you know, it's a tough game for Sue, a tough game for red. I think orange would be the next one. Again, red's prospects of getting that 10-3, they're racing now. They could build a couple roads and that would be great. So early road coming down here for Pcoria. I don't know if the 10-3-11 is gonna manifest here, or if it's gonna turn into anything. And then building out to the edge, real tough here, because I think this is going to be taken up as an expansion. So maybe they get out to the 5. Maybe they race for that Brickport. But yeah, I don't know. I think, can we bet on JuicyJ? Is this gonna be a flock victory? I think he's in a really strong spot. Blue's got really strong setups. Again, really good expansion prospects here, and really good to city up. Now, the question is, do they start doing these? This is probably my feeling. I feel like they should expand here, right? Get that 2-to-1. Expand here, get that extra ore. Start building development cards, then get their city up. Oh, Red's pointing there. Red is going 100%. JuicyJ here, what are you talking about? Are we gonna undeafen ourselves here?
That's not what I meant to do.
We're gonna listen in real quick here. I think it's just JuicyJ and Pcoria talking to each other, so we're not gonna hear too much this game.
We can both settle with this orange. Okay.
Yeah, I can, sorry.
I agree. When you're in the lead, you dev card, and then you city up. You slow play it out, and then once you get the city, then you're unblockable. I'm with you there,
Get
too.
an extra ore in ya. Does anybody want to trade just like one woods? No. Okay, need wood.
No trades. Nothing else.
Shanos, you want to do like a 3 for 2?
Ooh, 3 for 2.
No, sorry.
I'd like to beat Red to this if I could.
Did Juicy win the last one too? Yeah, that's huge.
That'd be cool as heck.
JuicyJ is offering some really big trades early on. I think he wanted it,
7 cards,
but they don't want to give him. They don't want to give it to him. Wouldn't it have been better for Pcoria to go 8-3?
Wait for one.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Does anybody want break?
Be tough.
No.
8-3
Right,
or rather than
I'm just gonna
green
buy the
port to
one
begin
card, I
with.
guess.
I like the green port to start because your 2 9s will help you get there faster. I think that'll help you get there faster.
I mean, no one's
Getting
trade.
here
It's tough, dude.
will get you a city faster, which I don't think he wants to do yet. I think he wants to do another settlement and then build this out, build that settlement out, and then dev cards,
Wait, 2
G
short
cards, and then city up.
Wasn't he the
Then
one
you city
talking
up.
about table talk? About he's recognizing it super easily.
All right, I'm gonna jump out of the chat here. Yeah, so Pratik, I think you're looking at it. I mean, the 8-3 looks really good because that 8 is a really strong spot. That 8 is a really strong spot. Man, Memento thinks they would have gone there first too. Hey, lock that down. So what do you get when you lock down 8-3? Let's play that out, okay? You rode there, you city or you settle up there. You get the 8-3. You have 8-5-9s. Okay. Eventually, you're gonna get a city up. My guess is you're gonna city up the 5-9-10. Right? City that up right away. No dev cards. And something's always going to be blocked out. So then you don't get to your wheat port yet. You don't actually get use of the wheat port. You're going to have to still keep trading 4-to-1. I think this is a faster way to a city and a faster way to getting blocked. Right? Getting this 9 down 2-to-1. Whenever 9 rolls, you're going to have much more freedom to get out here. Right, whether the 6 rolls or the 10 rolls with a 9, then you have more options to build out. I think you get the sheep too, right? Even if you get double 9 for a sheep, then you can start to build your dev cards. That ore is going to come. I don't think anyone's going to steal this unless Red actually builds out and steals it, which would be amazing. That'd be an amazing stretch for them. 6 rolled here. 5 7s before that. There's an 8, another 6 back there. The 7 right now for Juicy, his control. I don't know. What do you guys like? Do you like that one or the 8-3? All right, the poll here. I'm going to check in on that poll too. Who do people think is going to win? Pcoria with 50% of the votes. Pcoria for the win. JuicyJ and then Shanos getting a vote too. So nobody favoring Red's position. I think Orange might be sneaky with this game with the wood port. I think this is slow to develop, but they are the I guess the underdog in this one. Shanos could definitely build up here. And my fear for Red is that once this goes up, that they will reach for this 5 port, especially if the fight's over this. And once this 5 is built off, Red is landlocked and has to build out to here or build out to here. So it'd be real hard for red to build anywhere if orange gets rolling here. And that's the fear. If orange builds out here, really good. Double up on the 6. The 8's great here too. They might even go for the sheep port first. And they have this whole side of the southwest island to build to themselves. Oh, we got a year of plenty. We take you down live now to the 3-10-11. The 3-10-11 where things are happening down at ground level. JuicyJ has cut off Sue. Big move. That was in the works from the beginning. We knew that was going to happen, and that's going to be red in a very tough spot now. Red's going to be in a very tough spot. That year of plenty was huge. Year of plenty right off the bat to get the road, the settlement down. That's a lucky pull. That's a lucky pull. The right card at the right time. So, even having that, I don't think Juicy's in a great spot. Look at this 9 sheep block. Juicy just upgraded to a 3-10-11. That's all they upgraded to. The production's okay. Okay. Do you take the 3-1 first, double up on ore, get that blocked? Or you get the brick port and get your 5 blocked, but have your brick open and another wheat open? I feel like I'm going for the brick port there. Sue, after being cut off, throws away 4 more cards. This is very, very tragic here for red. Red, though, boom, city up. Okay. I think that's their ticket, is just cities. 10 rolls, 5 after that. It's going to be city, road development, road settlement. That's for 5 points. Maybe another city. Largest army victory points for red. That's the path to victory. It's going to be hard. They might pull out maybe, you know, another settlement out here. Maybe a longest road. It's going to be hard, especially when you're fighting orange for it. But you never know. It's possible. A 3 rolls out there. That's some rare ore out on the board here. That might actually get JuicyJ closer to a city. I don't mind if Juicy busts out a city on the 4-11. Right? If they city this up, that's extra sheep here. Ooh, we got Woodport action right now. Double up on the ore here for Sue. Red might actually come back. Red's the first one with a city here. Maybe that's what they were looking at the 5-10 is, hey, maybe we can get this. Maybe we can get the city up. Double city. The rolls are just right. The rolls have been just right. The 8 blocked out now. JuicyJ actually the one out in the lead, which kind of flips things around. So Pcoria with the slower start might actually be the underdog now, going for this settlement and then the 8-3. So Pcoria, this is actually a very close game. The way that the rolls have developed already is that the Woodport has actually been activated already. The cities have been double activated here for red, for Sue. And then even for JuicyJ, they get the cutoff, but that's not as strong as it looks. The 3-10-11 is not as strong as it looks, and it puts a target on JuicyJ where they didn't want it. So I think they need that road settle out onto the brickport as soon as possible, and then a city and another city here. But they might actually just 8-5-10 that city and just hope they don't get blocked. The hope was that the knights or the robber control would make it go onto Pcoria instead early game, and that's not happening right now. So Pcoria is free to just develop now, and Pcoria is sitting on 9 resources. Yeah, the blue could definitely just build up here. And that's going to be 11. Tons of brick now, which actually helps out Sue so much to start reaching out there. If there's a 6 out there with the woods now, all of a sudden, Sue's got 2 roads in hand, or a road and a settlement, and they're in a much better spot. I said Sue had a tough road ahead, but if the rolls are just right, Sue might actually be far out in the lead. That's the city down. So they city the 5-9-10 the way things are going. The 8 still blocked out. That's been a couple of ore out of JuicyJ's hands. Not good for JuicyJ. So Pcoria sneaking this city out. People aren't really looking at this, but this will attract some knights now. Attract some robbers. So the 912, this is already still doubled. So I think now, having this double wheat, they could build for the 810 now. I didn't expect a city to go up before the settlement, but here we are. Another 10 rolls out. Double brick, double wheat out there. Blue's production is so good right now. In fact, Blue might even get 2 cities. Because this was citied up first, they might actually get 2 cities and have to respond that way to Red. And these 5s are pretty much the story. 7 comes out from JuicyJ. Yeah, down onto the 5 wheat immediately. I think I still steal from Blue here. I don't think Red, again, Red is going to take a long time to get out there. Blue already has settlement spots. Blue already has expansions. Blue will already have a whole bunch of ports. I think you steal from Blue here. Orange, not yet in the lead yet. I wouldn't say Orange in the lead, but Orange is in a good position themselves, having the wood port open. I'd like to see them rush a city as soon as possible. Rushing the city would be fantastic for them. Longest road. Be able to trade up there. Am I the real winner? Oh, you're too kind, Catan Champs. Shout out to Catan Championship. They're the ones who are organizing this tournament. You guys see them in chat right now, so send your thanks their way for sure. And again, exclamation mark premium to get in there. When are you gonna see me playing in one? Ooh, should I? I kind of have fun just talking about them and highlighting some of these other folks playing. Maybe one of these days. You know, if I'm playing, that means I'm not seeing all these games and sharing all these games and strategies with everybody. But maybe some people want to see me make a run at it. It's possible. Right now, JuicyJ here trying to make some trades happen, but just not... Pretty quiet at the table, I think. I think there haven't been a lot of trades. I don't think they're willing to trade out. He did get the city down on the 9-4-11. So they need to get this port down. Once they get that port down, it's gonna look real crazy here. Juicy did block Red for that settlement on 310, but should have gone for the settlement on the 8 or 3-1. You like the 8 or 3-1? Man, we're on different pages a little bit here. I think this should be the 5 wheat, so you double up on the wheat and then you get that brick port. Right? If you city this one up, you draw so many robbers, your numbers aren't going to be there. If you get your brick port and leave your bricks open and city that brick up, the bricks are going to roll, and then you get to build out to that for free, and now you're unblockable. Now people can't come back at you, because what do they block? Do they block the 4? They block the 8. 10s and 5s are open, the 11s. You got the 3-1 after that because your production has been rolling. I like the 5 brick first. I like the 5 brick. Ores will come. The ores will come a little bit later. I think you really need to get your production down, establish all of your settlements, and there's even a chance here. Alright, check this out. There's even a chance here now that JuicyJ can come out for this instead of the 3-1 port. Because if you have this brick port, it makes it that much easier to get out there. 1, 2, boom, cut off. Very possible. I'm gonna say if this happens, wood, brick, sheep, wheat, 8 cards, 8 resources to get out here. This makes white pretty much unbeatable. The block on the 10, and that's the fear, is that the 10's going to be blocked and the 8's going to be blocked. So do you want to focus all of your production on the 8 where it's your only ore, or do you double up on wheat, which if they block your wheat, you're still happy because you have another one? You want to draw the robber onto hexes that you have backup production for. Oh, there we go. Pcoria actually going for the 8-3 now instead of going for this one because they've, like I said, they've already doubled up here. This is already a safe spot that they can build. This is the next most urgent thing, and it'll help them get their cities up faster. I think this was a big move. I think Pcoria is in a really good spot because of that production. We're going for the 3-1. What do you guys think about that? 3-1. Double up on the 8 here without the city. I think that's why. 7 rolls out for Sioux. Control here. They're going to block JuicyJ all game. And this is such good news for Pcoria and for Shanos to block JuicyJ all game. JuicyJ is going to have a real tough one. Everyone probably checked chat too and checked all the standings and knew that JuicyJ was undefeated coming into this. So it's going to be a rough game. It's going to be real rough for JuicyJ. Blue is going to super explode. I think you're right. They weren't supposed to have this city. They were supposed to have settlement, and then cities after dev cards. But they went fast into the city. I think they're going to get fast into double city right away. And then it's going to be a settlement. And before you know it, they're at 6 points. They're going to be so happy with the development here. Their numbers are going to be so good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. They're going to have pretty much all roles covered after this expansion. No, it's the double city. The double city production. Too good. Forget development cards. The way the roles have gone, and because red had double citied first and white had citied up, this is great. This is okay. This is more than okay. You don't even need to slow play your cities now if you're Pcoria. You just get your production online now, and people won't even look at you. I'm sure JuicyJ is talking about them right now, so let's check in on that.
Wait for wood, and just block the 5.
You do wheat for sheep?
Sure.
Looks like we've got some other folks in here.
Sounds
yeah,
fine, I guess.
Gotta block.
Rather do wheat for wood though, man.
I think that's a little bit
Yeah,
late.
like,
You
I
know
don't
what
need
I
that
would have
wood.
blocked? I would have blocked the 6. I think the 6
Man,
is
my
important
word.
for both red and blue.
Yeah.
Red needs wood to build out here.
Don't know how good of a trade
Right?
that is though.
Red needs wood to build out.
Well, actually,
Blue
I do.
needs
It's really
wood
bad.
to build both their expansions. I think the ore, while ore helps your dev cards, right? It's going to be the
5 needs to be
wood
blocked, so
that's
Anyone
going to
have-
get these.
Or you want to change?
No.
Or wheat or brick or something?
Shanos
Yeah.
is trying to trade here.
yeah, that's no good.
Ah, they get it. Double 8, double 6s.
Oh, the 8.
It's getting online. Okay. They
Yeah, I got one more.
must city. They must city up. Okay, Shanos must city up
Let's
on their
go.
next.
Another
They
city?
gotta start building.
No,
cities.
bro, what the heck? Who do you think I am? My 8's been blocked this whole game.
Alright. We're gonna deafen that a little bit. What do I think about red this game? I think red has been very fortunate to get where they are. To get both their cities up. I thought they had a really tough time because they don't have any port access, and it's gonna be a long time to build out there. They did have an early 11 build out, but I haven't seen any roads come out. They haven't committed either way to building those roads out yet. They've got one development card. They have good prospects for getting dev cards, but I think they do need to build out and at least stretch for another expansion slot. So they're still in a tough spot. It's possible that they could find themselves a victory, right? 2 points here, 2 points here, another point here for 5, city that up for 6, largest army for 2 plus 2 victory points. Possible. Orange should be the longest road for sure. That was their initial placement, was the 8-4-10. They should be longest road by far. But depending again on how the plays go, it could be blue with the 6-10s and the good ports. Blue could actually steal it there. Where will orange go next? Sheepport and try to reach the 2-5? I think the 2-5 was better if they could reach it. The Sheepport's okay. Sheepport's okay on this 9. I think the 2-5 helps them get their cities up. 2-5 helps them get their cities up. The 9 or the 9 sheep with the Sheepport doesn't necessarily get them their city that much faster, right? If you get onto that 5 and 2 5s roll, that's way better than waiting for 4 sheep to roll. So I think the 5 would be better. You also cut off red in the process, which again, if you're cutting somebody off in the process, great. We'll take that all day. Sheepport's nice though. Nice and efficient, nice and fast. I think you can go for Sheepport if you already have your cities up. If you already have at least one city up, then you go for that Sheepport right away because now you're racing points in production. If you have that city up, go for it. But at this point, your 5th settlement, you're going to be stuck on cities. And so you need the things that'll help you make cities, whether that's ore or wheat. So if you're playing longest road style, which orange is, if you're playing longest road, the hardest thing for you to do is build a city. You need to put your settlements on things that don't just help with road. They disagree. They go for the Sheepport. Out of I guess efficiency, one road gets you there. Sioux goes next. They were on 5 resources, so maybe they're expecting a road here, or maybe a double road to block them off of it. And maybe Shanos couldn't afford that second road there. He was afraid of going to the 2-5 and getting blocked, which is a fear. If you build a wood brick and a wood brick here, and then he just road settles, that's a big waste of resources too. So it's a really tough spot because you don't, I mean, unless you've been keeping close track of what red has. I mean, you don't know what red has. Right now, red uses a knight and rolls a 7, so they get double the resources here. They get to steal one and then steal another. So it's possible that with 7 resources, red could have road settled here, and that could have been tough. But I do think the 2-5, from a resources and numbers standpoint, would have been the go-to. Playing here is much safer, but we're going to see orange get stuck trying to build a city. So they didn't make any trades early on to get the city, and they don't have it. It's going to be real tough. So that means blue now with expansion is probably in the best spot. White is still in a real tough spot because they've been blocked the entire time on that ore. Right? They got this up. They got this up. Now they just have to build out to that brick, and then they can start to play the game. But by then, I think blue's going to have both their expansions out. Production is going to be out of this world, and we're going to see a blue victory. Let's just say that. Everyone's at 4 points, and only JuicyJ has a development card in hand. It's pretty exciting. Pretty close final game so far. I think even having gotten blocked off by red, it's not a blowout on red by any means. You know, Sioux or TimeToMack, who's been in multiple finals, multiple semifinals, probably the most winningest player that we have. 5s have been rolling. We'll give him that. Maybe he's reading the dice. I think 6s are much more valuable. They're both citied on both. It's still red and blue, so that's not it. See, 5s are rolling. I mean, that's just the that's just the dice there. But I think 6s because of the roads, right? The roads, the settlements, both of them need them. Blue needs to settle, red needs to road out and settle. 6 now, 5 later. I agree. The game's, I mean, the game is progressing towards white's game and blue's game. Because blue needs to get those settlements down. White is slowly accumulating dev cards. Right? They're slowly getting dev cards. If they keep blocking this 8, it's just a matter of time before this is built. Once that gets built, you gotta look out. But once the 5 is built, blue is gonna have this, and it's gonna be table talk all day about, oh, blue has got 9 wheat with wheat port. 9 wheat with wheat port. It's gonna take a long time to get cities, is what we're looking at. Right? You need 5 rolls of 6 and 8 to get a city. 5 rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls, and you have to hold on to all of that. Okay, I mean, the other option is a 2 rolls and you get pretty lucky on it. But even after that, even after you get 1 city up, right, even after you get 1 city up, it's still going to be multiple rolls again before you get that next one. Still another 4 to 5 rolls to get another city up. It's tough. Orange will have longest road. They'll have 5 settlements. That'll lock them in at 7 points. Blue is the only other one that I'm kind of looking at that may have this settlement down. They'll have this settlement down. They'll build out here, get another settlement down, wrap around, longest road, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 points plus 1. Blue's got an easy path there. Oh, look at that. I don't know where that road's going. It's wrapping back around here. I think I would have pointed the road out this way. Put some pressure on red. If you point the road out here and make it at least look like you're going for this, then red has to do something about it. Red maybe just wants to buy cards. I feel like orange road here still helps extend longest road. Right? This one here is like this corner here. All these roads are kind of mucked up here. But if you build these ones, it still counts towards longest road. Oh. Pratik's right. You could try to buy a card. You could try to buy a Year of Plenty, a mono, maybe something like that. Hey, red's going to go for it anyway now. Orange needs to trade a lot. Orange needs to trade a lot. There's a 6 though. 6 comes out. JuicyJ, 9 resources. Trying to give away brick for wood. There's tons of wood out there. I think Shanos should maybe try to trade out. I don't know what the 4s and 10s are looking like. But I think there was a time where this block could have happened. Where they could have built a few roads there. JuicyJ really needing to trade. I'm not sure if the table's open to it. Orange could try to work on some of their trade game. City up. Big, big, big for Juicy as they get a double wheat on that as the other 5 is blocked. That's going to draw robbers all around on the 10 most likely. But their engine is starting to go. Double 6s here and the 6s being open too. That's going to be roads and settlements out. 10 cards for Sue though. The production is out of this world here for red once they get going. Shanos here trading away 2 to 1, gets 1 ore. They're stuck on 7 cards right now. I think white does need devs, but they're happy to build the road down and get to this brick port too. I think that'd be okay. They should buy more devs. They're only at 1. They don't have largest army. There's 1 here and 1 here. I think they could still afford to settle before going hard on devs. If they have dev cards in hand, for sure they'll buy them. But I think they're going to drop down some roads and ensure. The city comes up. The city is up. They ended up trading 2 for 1. 4 for 1. 2 for 1, 4 for 1s. No, just the 2 for 1. Shanos must have held on to a couple ore from before there. But either way, they get the city up on the 6-9. That puts them in a great position now. Now, I'm still gonna say they could settle this out, which is fine. But if they have that, they might still go for the double city first. Sue on 12 resources. Sue on 12 resources here is going to go for this settlement. Might even be able to city that up pretty fast. How good of a chance does Orange have? As much as everyone else right now. I'd say it's about 25% in all directions. For whatever reason, Blue hasn't gotten their settlements down, even though they're at 10. But the city bumps them up a little bit. The city definitely bumps them up quite a bit. Because I thought they'd actually be stuck on the city. Yeah, they'll probably get the settlement down. It's much easier for them to get the settlement down. Oh, we got the 2 roads and the settlement immediately for Sue. All cards in hand with a development card too. So 5 points, potentially 6 for red. Blue just seems locked in, but I think this next turn is when they're going to get a settlement down. They might even get 2 settlements down here. 3 brick here for Juicy means that they're getting that much closer to building that out there. Stuck on wood maybe, and not having a port. Because I think the brick port here is better than the 3 to 1. I don't think they need to 3 to 1 any of this other stuff. This is all going to go into dev cards and cities afterwards. So you're not trading your sheep or your ore or your wheat. And so you need that brick there. Never underestimate TimeToMack. I agree. So, I'm going to say he's so lucky this game though. Getting cut off here and then having the 5-10s roll enough to give cities is huge. Double cities was so huge for TimeToMack. He's also getting a little bit lucky on these 11s. Again, Those 11s for bricks, pretty lucky. I think the robber here not being on the 6 is what let this happen though. Because ore doesn't do Sue that much good. Sure, you might be able to buy a couple more development cards, maybe, if the 10s and the 9s are still open. But the 6s were what they needed to push out there. So I think this definitely should have been on the 6s for blue and red, just to block them both. JuicyJ trading with blue right now, and a road builder. 1, 2 roads. Oh, that's a big card. Road building gets a settlement down with prospects for another one. 2 cities are up here, and there is the outside chance of a longest road steal here for 8 points. White just got a lot closer. Red could get longest road in 1 road. That's right. Blue settles down finally on that 8-3. So Pcoria is there. The 999 for blue and the double sheep all over the place. So JuicyJ's production is already through the roof here. Triple wheat here. They've got Brickport on double 4, triple 11. Triple wheat here, double on the 8s. It's going to be real hard. If JuicyJ's numbers hit, it's going to be so close. 6-6-5-5. Only 1 hidden development card. Sue holding on to that one, or TimeToMack. 1 more road could do longest road, and Sue might as well hang on to it. Honestly, if Sue has it, they might as well hang on to longest road right now. Can blue cut off 2 roads? Sure they can. And then keep building out to the 411? I agree. Alright, sheepport down here. That's going to be Shanos. Getting the sheepport down and getting the 9 sheep immediately. Pcoria tripled up on this. Pcoria just hit 6 wheat in the last 2 rolls. You're kidding. You're kidding. That's such a lucky pull. The mono from TimeToMack. Sue with all the wheat. I don't think they've got any ore here because the 5 was blocked, but that's a lot of wheat. I think they're going to try and city this up though, or get that settlement down. I don't know. I think they try to get that settlement down before they cut off here. But it's going to be longest road. Wow. They don't win here. They don't win here. But they just gave away their last card. This is a slightly early mono, but if they can get a couple of production points here, I think they're in a really good spot. They might even trade in for a few dev cards here. I think the settlement is much better with the 5 wheat. I think this settlement is much better because they need that wheat. But beyond that, it's kind of up to them if they favor dev cards more, or if they want that, if they can city that up right away, or pull that longest road and just hold on to it for a little while. Actually, I don't know about the road. I think I'd settle in card if I could. Yeah, so that's a card. See what you pull. I think I settle, and then yeah, you might buy a road building card. We know 1 was played already up here, but you might buy a road building card, so you don't need to do that. So you buy first, which is the right order, but then I think you settle here. I don't know if they can though. 10 cards, most of that being wheat. Might not be possible. Might be short a little bit of something. So far we've had a year of plenty up in the northwest by Juicy. We've had a road building by Juicy up in the northwest. We had a mono played out. Really, really crazy plays. No one's trading now. I think they're a little bit scared. Somehow Sue, being cut off early, gets 2 cities down. No. Trades up for an ore, hangs on, and passes. Juicy with 8 goes 2-1 for the wheat port. That's going to be a settlement down. They pass immediately. 7 points hard, an 8 for triple ore. Look out for another city here. I think Mac could have waited a little bit longer. I'm not sure if wheat was the right one to pull. I think they get wheat and they wait for the ore pull on mono. Not enough wood to distribute. Oh, look, now there's a whole bunch of wood out there. Pcoria is in a okay spot here with 6 points too. It's very close. 7, 6, 6, 5 on red. 5 gets the next one here. Shanos still needs to get arguably another city, and then they have to get longest road. I think orange has to race for longest road here and keep it out of other people's hands. But I think this road being misbuilt was a problem here too. Yeah, Juicy having that first placement down, 8-5-10, super strong. Best ore in the game, double wheat unblockable. They also get near the brick port, and they left the 9-4-11 bricks open. Defensive mono? Possibly. I mean, that was a lot of wheat on the board that they stripped away from everybody, so no cities, no cards from everybody else. Maybe slows the game down a little bit. That is a valid play for the mono, is just to keep other people from building up. You know, if everybody can build at least one city or development or settlement or dev cards, and you take all that away, I usually say my rule for monos is you should get 2 points. But if you're taking away, let's say 3 points from everybody, right? You take away a city from player 1, you take away a settlement from player 2, you take away 2 dev cards from player 3. I think that's an equivalent value. So Sue here really trying to make a trade. Shanos is trying to offer some counters, so there might be a deal here. It looks like they are going for longest road here. Do we want orange to take road? I think we do. I think we want orange to take the longest road, and there it is. It's not a very long road though. It's only 5 long. It's only 5 long, but 2 more and then they should hold it for a long time here. 8 getting rolled out here. That's another triple ore up top here. That's 6 ore in hand for JuicyJ. What was the roll before that? A 6. Don't hit anything on that. A 6 before that, 9 before that. So they have a couple of sheep and a bunch of ore in hand. I like it. The flock is showing up today. JuicyJ part of the flock. Delvier in the other tournament there. Top 4 finals. Hey, that's still something. You won your semi-final, so you made final table. That's big. That's a huge upgrade. Congrats, man. Longest road is taken by Sue here. 1 hidden card. It could be on as high as 8 points. Could be on as high as 8 points, and these bricks are gonna help them out so much. This brick actually helps out JuicyJ. They're gonna go for that dev card. I think they actually have another city here. I think they're just wondering, you know, do they city or not? They dev card right away here. They're still a ways away from largest army. Only 1 knight played on each, and actually Juicy hasn't played any. I think at this point they might just city up and keep buying here. How far away are they from longest road? 2, 4, 6, 7. 3 roads. They're actually 3 roads away. So he goes 2 dev cards instead. 5 rolls. Wow, blocking out red and blue on the 5, but getting triple wheat here. That Robert needs to move. I don't think they've had the... I mean, Sue's got a dev card but hasn't moved it, so that's not a knight. So I'm guessing TimeToMack here is probably on 1 extra point for 8. Otherwise, they'd probably have used it here. A 4 for some extra brick here. That's going to be some sheep there for Pcoria. Pcoria, unfortunately, just stalled out a little bit. Orange extending their road a little bit here. They got 2 more to go to connect. I think they got to do that. I think white is really close. We said white is actually 3 roads away from longest road, and they're already at 7 with 2 in hand. So if they have a road builder and a victory point, right, that second road building, because I think we've only seen the 1. JuicyJ could have it. There's 1 road down. There's a second road down. That's 9 now. Okay, we're good. Longest road held here for Shanos after those trades. Traded with JuicyJ. JuicyJ actually gave that over. They actually still have this one to expand to too. Longest road is a little bit out of their reach now at 6. They'd have to build 4 segments of road to get there. I think that's a little bit too far unless they do have something like a road building in hand. Is that possible? It is, but I wouldn't count on it since, you know, 5 points, even if you get longest road, that just gets you to 7. Not worth. I think they need to get there. I think this 3-to-1 port's great. This is real tight, real close. Shanos on the 8 points, no cards in hand. Was a little bit stalled on the city, but actually got it up fairly quick. It was a fast city. Sue going with another development card here. Might actually be working their way towards largest army. They have one that's not a knight because they've been hanging on to it for a while. I guess was a point in there. Yo, let me replay that real quick. DJ Z5 with a party of 17 rating out. Thanks so much. Frank with the follow. Thank you, appreciate it. Yo, let's get some fluffies in chat for DJ. Thanks so much, DJ. Appreciate it. Hope your stream went well, man. Hope the tournament went well. What's up, Puzzles? You guys are all joining into the 11th Catan Championship Premium final table. This is it. This is the big money match. You've got JuicyJ at 7, 12 resources in hand, 2 dev cards hidden. Pcoria at 6, Shanos at 8, and Sue, TimeToMack at 5 points with 2 hidden there too. Got Frank, you got Nif, everybody joining up. Thanks so much. So Robert goes onto the 6 here, finally shifting the focus onto Shanos here. 3-1, more dev cards for JuicyJ here. They've only played the one knight here. And so it's going to be a slow burn all the way up to largest army. But once largest army is there, I think White's in a great spot. Pcoria, thanks for the follow. That's going to be another 2-1. 4 dev cards in hand. Yo, Bonobo, what's up? Good to see you in here too. This is Pcoria on 12 cards. I think Pcoria was supposed to be off to a faster start here. This is probably just a road and a settle down here. No, they actually go for the dev card. Yo, we got lots of followers. DJ Poor Nif, thank you both so much. 9 rolls out, which is big for the board. Shanos here just sitting on 2 sheep now, plus 1 other card. Can't really do too much, will likely pass, but that 9 hits a triple here. And oh! That's going to be Pcoria at 9 and Sue at 11. Get those cards back in the bank. Sue stealing from JuicyJ there. They get the 3-1 port. This makes Sue so much more efficient. 2 cards in hand, 6 points. I was afraid from the beginning of the game that Sue would be landlocked and not have access to ports whatsoever. But somehow they end up beating Blue around the corner here. And they get themselves to a 3-1. So Sue, with all the dev cards and the open 5 now for Ore, just in time, might actually find themselves with more dev cards here. Juicy at 8, 3 hidden. That's going to be another card. Largest army is on its way. One more turn. JuicyJ might have it in hand. One more turn. JuicyJ might have this. And he would have gone undefeated in 8 straight games. They're stealing now as best they can. Let me jump into the chat real quick. I want to see if it's GG, if JuicyJ is saying anything.
I mean, I can get
If JuicyJ is being quiet,
on 9 just to make it
you
look
know
like
he's
a
got
fight.
something good. If you followed us for that
Cool down the
semifinal.
scoreboard.
Oh, look at that. 9 points on Shanos. 9 points, so close.
That's it.
On 9
Oh,
rolls.
damn.
Does Sue have it?
Yeah, I think so.
They think it's game for JuicyJ, I think. I
It's
don't
gonna
think
look so cool to have 11 points on the scoreboard, dude.
Oh, he's gonna have it. He's gonna have so many points. White wins. I think he's got largest army. I think he's about to put it down. Sue's gonna try whatever they can, but they can't stop him from playing a knight.
What do you need? Anybody wanna?
This
That'll
is-
get 8 points.
This is the last tear. Oh my.
Bro, like, what if he's like already at 8 and just like low-key steals it real quick? Like,
Yo, Catan Champs. Appreciate you
I
guys
thought
so
blue
much
and
for
red
putting
would
these
buy more-
on.
You should have
Shout out
bought
to
more
the
discard earlier.
shout out to you guys
Yeah,
putting this tournament
like
on.
Red just
Thank you
said.
so much for that 10.
I don't think
You're here
anyone's
for the
gonna hand
beginning
you
of
the win,
DJ's
Red.
game. Red should have
So,
played out
maybe just
9,
buy
10,
some and
11.
then Pass.
That's right. There was a potential here to build out from those early placements there.
Imagine.
Oh, trying to go for this
Yeah, that'd be
longest
pretty
road.
crazy.
Yeah,
That would have been nuts. That would have been so
GG.
close. GG's. Largest army.
What a
JuicyJ.
game.
Undefeated.
Nice game, nice game.
Indeed.
Congratulations, GG to everybody. Well played. Thanks for all the follows.
Yeah.
DJ
We're
Z5.
in my game.
Again, I'm going to mute this real quick. Again, DJ Z5, thank you so much for that raid. Thanks for all the new follows. Make sure you check out DJ Z5. Make sure you also check out Catan Premium. These guys put on a great tournament here. I am going to try to jump into chat right now to see what they got to say.
Good game though.
Good games indeed.
Yo, good game. Congratulations. JuicyJ, undefeated?
Yep, I won every game.
Won every single game. Yeah, you had a really good, strong starting position there. What'd you think of the other players' positions there?
I think Orange, obviously, is really close. He's at 9. Especially when the road player has those ports and gets a city. He got it like pretty mid-game. He's definitely really strong. Like, usually the road player will win if all the other players are going for army. So I think, yeah, Orange is definitely like the biggest threat there. But obviously when you're blocking, you have to also think about blocking the other people that are contesting your win condition, which is why I tried to keep it on the 5 the entire game, and definitely helped me out.
Ah, that's such a good point. See, because at some points, I knew you were trying to block the 5 to keep red from buying cards, but I thought, what about blocking the 6 so that blue couldn't expand and red couldn't build their road zone?
Yeah, I just think ore is a lot more important in this board because of how much wood there is and how scarce ore can be, especially if either the 5 or the 8's blocked, and it's really scarce.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a good point. You played the win condition well. You bought so many cards at the end there.
Yeah, I thought I made a mistake because I was at 8 points, and I bought that first card without thinking. I thought maybe I could have just bought 2 cities and ended it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could have. But so I just ended up buying like 3. I think it was 3 devs.
You bought 3 devs. I wasn't in the. I wasn't listening in at that time. But did you like pull a whole bunch of knights again and tell everybody?
I wasn't very talkative about my cards this one.
Okay. Because you had that year of plenty, you had the road building. I saw that.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too many strategies, but I think generally when you pull a knight, it's very important to express loudly that you have one, so people think twice about blocking you.
Right. Well, awesome. There are a ton of viewers right now. You played extremely well. Do you have any advice for people playing in tournaments?
Try
not to get placed at your table.
Yeah, maybe, but I think mainly for a tournament, it's really important to use voice call. Like, a lot of people don't use voice call in these tournaments, and it's definitely it's not a good thing. If you're in voice call, obviously there's going to be people that are going to try and table talk you, but it's really important because if you're not in voice call, then you're losing out on a lot of different trades and negotiations and stuff like that.
Right. Awesome.
So if you're not using voice call, that's a mistake.
Right on. Any last shout outs? Anything you want to say to the crowd?
Not really. Join King of Catan server if you guys want to practice playing in these competitive Catan tournaments. That's a really good server.
Oh, right on. Are you part of that too?
Yeah, I'm in it. I don't really play in it much anymore, but I used to play it a lot. And if I never joined that, I definitely wouldn't be winning tournaments or anything like that. I learned a lot there.
All right, awesome. Well, I'll let you go then. Congratulations again.
Yeah, see ya. Thanks.
All right, take care. Your tournament winner, Catan Championship Premium number 11, JuicyJ, undefeated, running the bracket. Theovir says, you know what, it would be great to join into voice calls, but sometimes English isn't the first language anyway, and we have lots of players from lots of different areas. I mean, we've got everything from, I think we had an Israel player from this one, we have lots of Belgium, we've had people from all over. That's kind of what makes it so great, is that you can still play this game even without voice comms. But I understand, you know, sometimes the timers are short. These are normal speed games versus some of the fast tournaments. Those fast tournaments, I mean, there's not a lot of time to trade, so the faster you can communicate, sometimes the better. But with these normal tournaments, I think you can still, you know, get enough across. You can do the odd typing here and there too. Other than that, I think the more you play, the better you get. Thelvir here, good example, right? Plays 17 to 32 in the last few tournaments. Finally playing up there, getting a top 4, so shout out to you. You know, JuicyJ, part of the flock as well. I want to thank all the flock here. I appreciate it. All the new follows. I missed that one there just because we jumped in the comms. So Raphael, thanks for the follow there too. otherwise, make sure you follow, make sure you support. I appreciate everything you guys do here, whether it's just follows, talking in chat, or even sharing the links, or even giving me a quick thumbs up anywhere that you can. Catan Championships, always so generous, and they run such a good tournament. I appreciate them too. It's just been a really good week. So solid. I tried to make the stream as good as I can. Nif wants to know about the sheep. What do you want to know? You want Fluffy's hot take right now? I'll let Fluffy talk to you. All right. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Fluffy has some of the best commentary. One of the best co-casters I've ever had. Yo, JuicyJ, thanks so much again. Yeah, Fluffy has some of the best insight. You know, sometimes when I'm a little sleepy, when I don't get things, Fluffy just jumps right in there, and they always know what to say at the right time. So I appreciate that. It makes it a lot less lonely to cast. But who knows, if you guys ever want to jump in and cast, I have kind of an open mic policy. If anybody's really interested in co-commentary, we can for sure make it happen. Again, thanks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will see you at the next tournament. Take care, everybody. As usual, do no harm, do good, do better. Take care.